Who's
It's a red
beeping us?
light, you idiot.
Fingers up.
Yeah, yeah. With my face on it. Make sure. Oh, you're saying hello.
Hello.
Hi. Sorry, almost started a road rage with a fan.
Over a compliment.
Giving the bird.
How dare you love this?
Genki desu ka?
Been
Whoa.
friends with the boys for a couple years, and I was quitting. I was kind of quitting, and I was just over
Like
it.
you were quitting circus, or
Yeah, well, didn't want to perform anymore, and then Faisal convinced me to join these guys, and I regret nothing.
amazing.
No regret.
I love all of
So
it.
tell me more about the quitting. Where had you got to? Was it relentless schedules, or it must be more relentless now?
I couldn't see my family. I'm a big family person. I have 10 sisters, and I couldn't see any of them. So
Oh my
I got really
goodness.
kind of angry about it. And the touring schedule was kind of hectic, and I had to live in Melbourne, and I grew up in a small country town. I'm not a city boy. And now being with Briefs, I get to live back home with my family as well as tour and do what I love. So I'm pretty much living the dream at the moment.
And when you're touring, you've got sisters all around you anyway. You
Yeah.
Our families come to see our shows and hang out and share hotel rooms.
And we're pretty lucky because when we do the Australian circuit, we stop over at most of the places where it's close enough that family can come.
Yeah, a lot of my family came and saw in Sydney, and they were just absolutely blown away.
Mum and Dad.
Oh,
Yeah,
And we
that's
took them
so
out to a fancy
amazing.
restaurant.
Yeah,
Did you,
fantastic.
Macca's?
No, it's really
What was it called?
it was Hungry Jack's.
Shanghai Lady.
Yeah, that was it. It was really
Do you do auditions, Captain, or how does it work?
Yes, it's a very strict auditioning process. Yeah, we line them up.
It's blood in, blood out.
No, we're pretty much, to find boys, we always sort of, we're always looking around and always word of mouth, and you see, just sort of within the industry and...
You kind of got to be in it to win it.
Yeah, totally.
Got to be doing things.
And it's the keenness, I think, that is the winner in an audition, isn't it?
There's actually an old video of you guys doing auditions, isn't there?
Yeah.
Really? Is it on the internet?
No, it should be.
Oh,
though.
it should be.
I know.
Yeah. What are you? Is it
wanna
like
see
X
this.
Factor? What happens?
We used to, in the old Briefs shows, we used to always make a
It might
like a
make
stupid little film in the beginning to open the show, and we were auditioning.
It might make an appearance, hey?
It's a bit of a mockumentary, yeah. We should actually.
This is 10 years of Briefs, isn't it?
This is the 10th year. Yeah, this
10
December.
years.
So this coming December, we first put on a club night in Brisbane
It
called
was
Briefs.
in a bookshop, wasn't
Yeah,
it,
yeah. It
Dales?
was freaking 100-degree heat.
Yeah. We had a pretty exciting photo shoot with Hot Brown Honey, our sister company.
What was the photo shoot for?
A family portrait, I think.
Yeah,
It was
just
just a
to
bit of
show how
family
much the
love.
company's grown and
Amazing.
Yeah.
And it was kind of humbling because we all sort of were reminiscing on, how many incarnations of different shows and how far the company's come, and it was really beautiful to see us all in one place, kind of just rocking
yeah,
it
she's
out.
grown.
Dale Alcock.
Grown,
And
right?
it's independent too, which is just
yeah,
amazing.
we've got an amazing producer, Miss Catalano.
Yeah, she's fierce.
Yeah, she's amazing.
fabulous. And so, how did it come from the book? How did that happen, Dales? Can you
Yeah, so
describe the
me-
evolution?
Myself, Fez, and Fez's brother Natano. We were just sitting around having a drink, and me and Natano, his brother, were inspired by a lot of the girl burlesque trips in Brisbane at the time, and we're like, we should put on an all-male show, just for a party or whatever. And then mentioned it to Fez, and Fez was like, I'll MC, and we ended up just hiring this bookshop in West End. I think capacity was about 35, but we crammed about 200 in. And the
Sold
air
out.
condition, sold out. The air condition died, and we had some carny jump up on a too high and fix the aircon. And our friend made pizzas, and Shavana made her own punch in a big fucking wheelie bin.
Oh, amazing.
And everyone just got annihilated. And I did a
Literally
little
wasted.
Beyonce drag number, put if all the single ladies here, and the ring was around my ball sack.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was just fun. A whole bunch of us, the original boys, just put on stupid acts, and the stage was about the size of this car. Yeah.
Which is quite roomy.
Yeah, it's
you know.
massive. It's a
I
limo.
could do a cartwheel in here.
Oh, and so, Captain, how did you get your name?
Actually, that's a funny story. And last night I ran into a friend of mine, Dirty Martini, who's a burlesque lady from New York, who... Anyway, the name. I entered.
Tell us about Martini.
Yeah,
We've got time, Doug.
the Burlesque Hall of Fame, which is a big, massive fundraiser in Vegas once a year. So it's all the legends, all the old school ladies come back.
Which you
to perform.
won.
Yeah, I entered
Nailed it.
randomly, and a friend of mine paid for my trip with some flood relief money, which was amazing.
Flood relief?
Yeah, from Brisbane.
What do you mean?
It's a pretty big story,
Is this like misappropriation of funds? This is amazing.
So Brisbane got flooded.
I really
my friend
need to
got
build
some,
a house and send my friend away.
My friend's house went underwater. She got money, flood relief, and she's like, "You're going to Vegas." I'm like, "I can't afford it," and she's put money into my account. So I entered and went there, and with my hula hoops and my Shayla outfit.
Can I just rewind? Where was she living now? What's happening? Like, is she
she's in a new house in Brisbane. She wasn't in the house.
We bought her a pair of.
She wasn't in the house.
She's
They had
sorry?
to-
We bought her a snorkel. She's
Okay,
fine.
good. Yeah.
But yeah, I entered Beehoff, which is Burlesque Hall of Fame, and the name of the track was called Captain Kidd by Ella Mae Morse. It's like a 1940s cute sort of track. And the name of the track was Captain Kidd, and I just called myself Boy Wonder for this gig. And then when I got there, they're like, "Next up, we've got Captain Kidd." I'm like, that must be me. So the Yankees gave me the name, and I kept it.
It's a fabulous
Yeah,
name.
it's fun.
That's a great name.
You
And
kind
then
of-
the weird thing was, our good friend in London, Stumpy, who is actually related to the pirate Captain Kidd, who's an infamous pirate. So the song is about the pirate in the 1600s in London, and he used to loot, and
Oh
the
my
government set
goodness.
him up. So it's quite an epic story. So I was like, well,
wow.
am I worthy of the name? Yeah, but quite an amazing history about Captain Kidd, who was the pirate. He was like a buccaneer.
And
Yeah.
that is crazy. Have you ever done like a dedication to him in any of your shows?
No, that's a great idea.
Are you welcome?
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Just
Can you
call me
direct
when you...
I just, what's your story,
Let's
Madame
get on.
Sharon?
Me? Oh, I just started telling people I was famous, and they believed it. It's like the
like, who
opposite
is
of The
this
Secret
famous?
does. Yeah, you don't keep it secret. You just you
tell
tell
everyone.
everyone. Do you know how I got this mini?
Oh, you told someone it was
I
yours.
said, you should give me a mini.
Shut
And they
up.
did.
You don't ask,
No.
you don't get.
That's what happened. I got it for summer. You should try it, Does. You should just be like, hey, how about you give me more things? And people will go,
How many times do
okay.
you have to say mini in your...
Oh, not any.
Not
It's
any.
even the best bit is they're just happy to have
Sponsored by
Famous
BMW.
Sharron in it. Yeah, exactly. They put my face on it, but they didn't realise how famous I was, so it's too small. I'm like, I'm very big in Morley Galleria dolls. So I'm just getting more and more famous every year.
She's massive.
So what's the Bob Hawke story, Dolls? I'm intrigued.
Well, there's a big festival up in north of Brisbane, Woodford Folk Festival.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, yeah. So we did our show in Briefs, our Briefs show there years ago, and Bob Hawke and Blanche sitting in the front row with their queer son. Gorgeous, yeah, really lovely. So I did a hula hoop number and stripped off a dirty green bikini and threw it at him, and he's catching every piece. And then he ended up bringing it all backstage to meet us. He's like, "I've got your green bikini." And it was lovely. And then the next day, the Courier Mail, which is a really gorgeous, really amazing paper in Queensland. Yeah, really great. There's a little article in the Courier Mail about Bob Hawke and the stripper. That's like... It was blown out a little bit, but it was quite controversial.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Do you keep in contact? Do you ever tweet him or
Yeah,
say,
me and Bob hang out a fair bit.
Hey, Dale, is Dale your full name, Dales, or is it short for something? Is Dale your full name?
Yeah, that's my first name, but I have 7 names, I think.
Oh my gosh, your family is so greedy.
It's Dale, Richard, Ian, Thomas, Lee, Woodbridge, Brown.
Wow.
But only boys, so all the uncles were like, "Put my name in there." Super possessive, but really cute when I have to fill out forms.
Yeah.
Like,
Say it again
fun.
really quick.
Dale, Richard, Ian, Thomas, Lee, Woodbridge, Brown.
Richard Ian Thomas.
So is that all after?
Yeah, Richard's an uncle, Ian is my dad, Thomas is also my dad, and Lee is an uncle.
I love that.
But Richard came first, even though Ian's your dad.
When they first filled out my birth certificate, they had Richard and Ian in the other in the other spot, but then my initials spelled out dirt, so they kind of was like, let's change it.
Dirt.
So, like, what do you even know, Dals? What's your... How old are you now? 21, 22?
24.
Oh, you're
just turned
24 now. Okay.
Me and Dale had a side-by-side birthday this year.
I turned 24 too.
Yeah.
Okay. Well done. Oh, you're way ahead.
I was in year 9 in 89. Fucking hell.
Do you feel much older though,
Oh
Dulls?
my god.
Or do you just feel young
No,
inside?
I feel really young.
Still looks the best out of all.
Hey, knock it off.
Oh, Dulls, your butt is next level. It's
Hey,
amazing.
stop it. It's 43 years old.
So fabulous.
Stop it.
Have you had any work done, or is it all
No, just
natural?
fucking squats, babe.
Wow. Kim
Squats and
Kardashian
heels.
must have been
Squats.
inspired by
You do
you.
Squat. Seriously, if you fucking want butt, you
Also,
gotta
good, it's like a
chuck
good
some
calf
stripper
definition.
heels
You
on.
just chuck some heels on.
Yeah, stripper heels are good for your calves and butt.
So what's the difference between normal heels and stripper heels?
Stripper heels are just a bit dirtier and they're more of a platform.
And they've usually got a metal
6
brace in the back heel.
There is a metal spike in
Yeah.
the heel,
No.
And also they're usually on a platform.
which doubles up as a bogan basher.
What? So
Mark
what's
has
the-
kicked me in the face with that heel before. In fact,
Not that Louis a bogan, but there's literally a steel rod in the fucking sled.
should we do a sarongs out the top for this drive?
Yeah,
for this road?
defo. Oh my gosh, get it on the camera. Beautiful. So stunning. Woo! It's very Priscilla.
Priscilla?
Yeah.
very illegal, but
I've heard you do Rubik's Cube in the show, Louis. Have you ever thought about giving it to an audience member to mess up?
So in the old show, I do. I just don't have. I've been a bit ambitious with this act, and I don't really have time. But in the old show, I do a schoolboy striptease number, and I give it to the audience just to make sure that they know it's a real solve and it's not just me,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, cheating them for their money.
How did you, I don't understand why anyone
bit of
would
an
want to solve
introverted
them.
child.
Yeah.
You know, I spent a lot of time in my room. My mum would overhear me, like, you know, almost, come on, yes, got it.
wow, she's like, whoa,
Yeah.
take it easy, Louis.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then I picked up the Rubik's Cube.
Because, Louis, you were an introvert, so how did you end up on the stage?
Oh, not really. I wasn't.
You weren't an
That
introvert.
was just for the joke, really.
And what is it about briefs that's different for you, Dale? Like, what brings the passion back?
Just, with this company, I'm like I said before, I'm a big family man, and there is not 1 second in this show or construct of a company that is not family orientated. Everything is, we all make decisions together and we're all consulted. There's no, this is my department, so I'm going to make the final decision on it. Everyone has a say in it because every decision affects every single person, and I just think that's important, especially in such a kind of new and upcoming company. We have to make those decisions together because somebody may miss something else in another department, and I just think once you get so big, you kind of, everything is so segregated and so...
It's hard to see how things impact on
there's
each
no
other.
bigger picture.
Yeah.
It's just, this is what I do and I'm going to make it the best part instead of a collaboration and making it all work together. And like Mama Linda, she makes sure that we know everything and everything's run by us, and then she makes the final decision, but it's not without consulting us first. And it really just is a whole different ball game with this company, and it's really, really nice to be around, to be included, and not just think, oh, you're a performer, go on stage, dance around, and then get off, and then we'll do the rest. It's like, no, we all have a place to be in this spot. With this company, there is also just, we make sure we keep the fun in everything, and that's really, really important. Like being a performer, especially being a young Indigenous performer, I get bombarded with the responsibility of every other black performer in Australia as well. It's like, oh, well, this person's done this, what do you think about this? How do you... And I'm just like, we're different people. I was like, we're one culture, but we're different people. I was like, I don't want to be responsible. And in this company, I'm not made responsible for everything that happens that is black. I was like, because we're so integrated and we all care about the same thing, I'm not being forced to be responsible for all those people that I have no control of. And it's really nice just to be praised as a good performer just because I'm a good performer, not because I'm a black performer going, oh, you're doing so well, aren't you? Just for a little black kid.
Yeah.
Like, piss off.
Yeah, I think the company's above that, and there's no tokenistic sort of.
There's none of it in this company. There's none
I
of
would
it
go
from
left
Melbourne. But I'm
Trying to
from
tell me how to drive.
Sorry.
Trying to tell me to go on a red arrow. Captain.
I'm seeing green, babes. I'm
Don't let
seeing
him
green
drive
after
your
those
ship,
gins.
Daz. You'll crash.
We'll fucking go down. You go down with the captain.
Can you describe your home day? Like, what does it smell like? Like, what happens when you walk in?
To be honest, being
I'm intrigued.
the only boy out of 11 kids, I'm pretty spoiled.
Amazing.
I'm like the
Are you the
favourite.
youngest as well?
Sorry? No, I'm right in the middle.
Oh, it explains so much, doesn't it? It's all becoming apparent.
And I play it up as much as I can because I've been on tour for like the last 6.5 years and hardly am ever home. When I get home, the first thing my mum does is she grabs my suitcase. She's like, "Oh, wash these." I'm like, "Mum, I'm 29. I can.
They love
I can
washing.
do
They will
that."
always
She's
do
like,
that,
"No,
eh?
I
Mums
will
love
do it."
washing things.
And then there's
love
like
it.
dinner made for me, and Mum wakes me up in the morning with breakfast. And
Oh my
sisters are giving
goodness.
me evils, and I'm like, "Whatever, you had kids,
Yeah.
you made your choice."
I wonder why he's moved back home, Sharon.
This is true.
Going back to one of our dreams, I think it would be expensive, but it would be great to do an Australian rural tour. Like a
That
regional.
would be amazing. Oh my
Have a
gosh, that's a
fucking-
documentary.
have a bus. Yes.
Yes.
Actually do it with a circus tent.
Oh, you could take a whole festival around.
I think that would be fun.
That should be your 20-year anniversary.
We'd probably get run out of a few towns, but that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon.
20th anniversary goals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just can Australia not do Eurovision one year and we just fund
Yeah,
that
do briefs.
instead?
Yeah.
Just do briefs. Do you have favourite places that you've been that are just?
Sorry?
Have you had some favourite places that you've been?
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Have you been to anything crazy?
We've been.
Glastonbury a
We did
couple times.
Glastonbury 2 years straight.
Oh, my
which was
goodness.
Fucking capital CRAZY.
You didn't do a full show there, did you?
We did the whole show in the big top to a crowd of 4,000 people.
Oh my God.
And it was one of the
It was
first times
fucking
that the
phenomenal.
same company has headlined twice in that tent.
And then the following year,
Wow.
Fez, who does the flash mob, we ended up on the pyramid stage, which is the main stage where Beyonce, everyone performs.
Doing a
And we did our
tribute.
flash mob off our heads. Early morning, we shat our pants, and there's 40,000 people doing
We're
this
up there
fucking
dancing
flash
around.
mob. It
That
was
is-
brilliant. Yeah.
So what were the moves for the flash mob? What was the
year,
theme?
The last one was David Bowie. What song was
Starman.
it? Starman. So it was all
It's all
quite
really,
simple,
really
sharp choreo, but
simple
Yeah,
ones
you
the
want
whole
something
crowd,
that
you know.
people can follow
yeah, but all
even
the
when
security guards, all the
Oh!
they all
And
learned
all
it
they
online.
loved it because it's 3 years running now, and so it was their chance to get up there and perform, and all the security that weren't on came and performed in the mosh pit.
Oh
down
my goodness!
So we had the most security of any.
It was full on.
That is
We were
so
famous for a
beautiful.
second.
You were for a moment.
Yeah, yeah.